Okay, so I'm listening to feedback that you guys have told me, and guess what you wanted to know? I was like, what videos do you guys want to know? And you said you want to know me. Okay, so you want to know me? That's like such a broad question. And I realized, I guess it's probably true, especially if you followed me for a while, you may want to know a little bit more of like my history or how I got to where I am now. So I'm gonna start sharing some of that with you guys. And I don't even know where to start. I feel like this is like a dating application video or something. So maybe all these people are gonna fall in love with me by the end of this video. Okay, so my name's Nikki, DeRoest. You pronounce my last name DeRoest. I am 33, going on 34 very soon in April, which kind of terrifies me. I've never really had an issue with age, but it is a little bit strange to say 34, especially because I don't feel 34. I don't know how old I feel, 26. But it's fine. Like, the good thing about getting older is people take you more seriously because you have way more life experience. And I've experienced a lot in my life, especially my 20s. They were really a doozy. So, you know, with age comes experience. So I'm an Aries. My birthday is April 18th. I was born in Utah, lived there till I was 5. And then my family moved to Washington, the Pacific Northwest, south of Seattle. And that's where I did all my school years until I was 18. So, me as a kid. So actually in Utah, I grew up in a salon. My mom had a salon in her basement, or in our basement. She's a hairdresser. And since I could basically since I was out of the womb, I was in the salon. And it was really cute because back then I was just this little teeny girl that could already talk at a very young age. And I would sit on all the little old ladies' laps while they were getting perms or whatever and hang in the salon while they were getting their hair done. So I guess beauty and the industry has just, it's always been a part of me. I definitely get a lot of my creativity from my mom. I would say anything to do with beauty for sure, houses, design, aesthetics, it's all coming from my mom. She's highly talented and she has a beautiful eye, and I just grew up that way. Like she always took care of our house, and it was always well put together. She always did my hair or made sure that I knew how to do my own hair. We always loved painting our fingernails. What else did we do beauty wise? I don't know. Like my mom is the extreme color coordinator, which I make fun of her for, because when I was a kid, I would get money for my birthday and I would go to Gap, and literally back then, especially, like they had everything from bows in your hair to socks and shoes that all matched, and my mom would buy me everything matching. So when I started getting older and being like, oh mom, I don't want my things to match, it made her go crazy because she loves things to coordinate. But that's just a side note. So yeah, like creativity, aesthetics have always been a part of me. And what kind of kid was I? When I was a kid, I've always been very social, very active, very busy. I loved projects. In school, my teachers would always give me extra projects because I was always like, oh, which I think, come to find out now, is probably because I have ADHD, you know? And I was always a leader from always. Like, I ran for student government. I always was giving speeches at school. I loved doing presentations. Glory years, high school, I was always either the student body president, or one year I lost, but then I ran for vice president. So literally every year I was in student body. I gave a speech at my graduation. I was always in the honor roll. I was a cheerleader, which was so much fun. I think that's where the glitter obsession was very healthy back then. And school spirit, very healthy. Purple and gold all the way, go Spartans. And cheerleading was fun. I love sports. It's kind of funny because I'm so into beauty and glamour, but also I love sports, and I actually grew up watching basketball with my dad and my brother. I'd watch my brother playing video games. And in school, my best friends were always boys. So instead of like being the princess that always had the boys in love with her, I was like their buddy. So with that being said, I actually didn't have my first boyfriend until my senior year of high school. I ended up dating my best friend. And then I got my first kiss when I was like 18. I'm cool. It's so weird now looking back at or people now compared to even like 15, 20 years ago. It's so different. But yeah, first kiss, 18 years old. And yeah, so school was amazing for me. I loved school, and I just liked the structure of school. I was definitely friends with all walks of life. I'm so curious about people, and that's how I learned the most. And so I was friends with the future farmers of America. I was friends with the girls that worshipped Marilyn Manson, the cowboys, the nerds, like any of it, anything goes for me. I love people. So that was always really fun to just get to know a bunch of different people. I was raised Mormon, and my parents, my family's still actively Mormon. I'm not. I stopped practicing, I guess, any religion. It's been 12 years ago, maybe. It's been a while. So yeah, and to each his own. Like, I think all religions are great, and whatever you believe is wonderful. For me, I'm a very spiritual person, but I kind of just like have my own idea of spirituality and beliefs. And so yeah, but being raised that way was a very structured childhood. We went to church every Sunday for 3 hours, and then I had like a youth group during the week. And it was really cool, actually. Looking back at all the things that I learned, like definitely public speaking, craftiness, DIY, service. Like, we did a lot of service projects, which was really cool. Community, and just like, I mean, the Mormon religion is a very wholesome religion. So very high as far as like morals and morality go, and health, really, because it's a non-drinking, non-smoking, non-gambling, non-caffeinated religion. So yeah, like a very healthy upbringing. And yeah, I think it's great. So that was kind of how I was raised. And I'm a tap dancer. I started tap dancing when I was probably 6 or 7, and I still am, okay? I'm really good at tap dancing. I suck at everything else. I'm really bad at hip hop. I'm really bad at ballet. I had to take those because I competed in tap, so that was part of the requirement, but I'm not good at it. And I have been known in my adult life to get tap shoes that fit me even now and go to adult classes. And especially now living in LA, there's really good dance classes. Kind of shocking, actually, because I went in thinking like, oh, I've got this, like no big deal. And I totally got schooled, like totally schooled. So, which reminds me, I need to go back and like start up again in tap dancing, because I love it. I love the rhythm. I love the vibe. I think dancing is so much fun. Something I want to do more of this year, because I think it's so important to move your body, which you guys probably know that too. I'm really into health and wellness and fitness, and I never work out thinking like, oh, I'm gonna have like the hottest body of America. Really, it's all for me and my brain. I need a release. I need it. It just helps with stress. Exertion is great for you, and sweating is great for you. So fitness is a really big part of my life as well. But I wouldn't say I'm like some fitness chick. I don't really know. I went to college for a year. I went to LDS Business College. My parents wanted me to go to a Mormon school. I didn't want to go to a Mormon school, but I was still obeying the rules back then. And so I got into University of Washington as well, which is where I wanted to go. But I ended up leaving home at 18 and driving my little Nissan Maxima to Utah, and have never lived at home since. I've been on my own since I was 18. But I was highly motivated. I always just kind of like, my parents have never worried about me. I'm like the kid, like they just know whatever I do, I'm gonna just figure it out. That's what I did. So I went to college for a year, but my heart was always in beauty. So then I started doing beauty. But I'm gonna save that story for another tape because I mean it's long, but I want you guys to also understand my journey of how I got where I am in my career. So I feel like I just gave you a lot of information about myself. So I'm gonna stop there, and then to be continued on my journey of career. So I hope you enjoyed the share. And if you guys like this and you have questions, comment your questions, and then I'll keep making videos about whatever you want to know. If you want to know what my favorite breakfast food is, or favorite place to travel, or whatever, we'll keep going with it. So anyways, until next time, I'll talk to you soon. Mwah. Bye.